This is a butterfly. Delicate, vibrant, iconic. It flutters through myths and science alike. You've heard the saying, right? A butterfly flaps its wings in the Amazon and a hurricane hits Texas. But what if that butterfly never gets the chance to flap its wings? What if its home, that lush mountain haven, becomes a trap? This isn't a metaphor, this is reality. A recent Yale-led study published in Nature, Ecology and Evolution delivers a chilling warning. Climate change may be turning biodiversity, hotspots, especially mountain ranges, into extinction zones. Think of it as the butterfly effect in reverse. More than 12,000 butterfly species were studied across the globe. And the verdict? Alarming and urgent. 2/3 of these species live primarily in tropical and subtropical mountain systems. Mountains that once served as climate sanctuaries, with their isolation, cool air, and rich diversity, are now becoming ecological dead ends. As global temperatures rise, species adapted to narrow temperature bands are forced upslope. But mountains aren't infinite. Once they reach the top, there's nowhere left to go. This isn't just about butterflies, it's about the unraveling of entire ecosystems. Mountains cover just 38% of the Earth's land surface, excluding polar regions. Yet they contain more than 70% of butterfly diversity and rarity hotspots. They are cathedrals of life. And now, they're collapsing under pressure. Butterflies are more than nature's decoration. They're indicators, vital signs of the environment's health. And unlike mammals or birds, they're ectotherms. Their very survival depends on the temperature around them. That's why this study used butterflies as a global climate litmus test. Researchers mapped 3 key dimensions of diversity using a high-resolution global grid. Species richness, SR, how many species are in a region? Range rarity, RR, how geographically restricted those species are. Phylogenetic diversity, PD, how much unique evolutionary history they carry. The results? Only 10% of the global hotspots for richness and rarity overlap. In some tropical regions, that overlap is 0. Worse still, more than 40% of butterfly rarity hotspots aren't shared with any existing vertebrate conservation area. Entire butterfly ecosystems are missing from the conservation map. Places like the Andes, the Himalayas, the Ethiopian highlands, home to species found nowhere else on Earth. But the way we currently protect nature, it's based largely on birds and mammals. Insects are often left out. That's like designing a fire alarm that only detects smoke, but ignores heat. And here's another layer. Butterflies are deeply connected to plants. They evolved with them, rely on them, and disappear with them. So, when we lose butterflies, we're not just losing color, we're losing an entire network of life. The mountains that once cradled them, they're turning into coffins. For millennia, mountains acted as biological refuges. They protected, isolated, and nurtured life. But today, those same mountains are becoming ecological traps. Butterflies that rely on cold, specific temperature zones are climbing higher and higher until there's no more mountain left. According to the study, butterfly hotspots could lose up to 64% of their suitable temperature range by 2070. That's not theory, that's the forecast. Tropical areas are especially vulnerable. A mere 2-3 degrees CC increase can erase entire climate zones. In the Afrotropics, even moderate warming is expected to erase 60% of rare cold habitats. And then there's fragmentation. Mountain chains in places like Australasia or Indomalaya are isolated. Butterflies can't simply migrate across continents. They're stuck. That isolation creates extinction bottlenecks, species with nowhere to go, no genetic escape route. And yet, here's the kicker. Fewer than 8% of butterfly species have even been assessed for extinction risk. We are flying blind. The trap is closing. The wings are going silent, and we don't know how much time we have left. So, what now? Do we panic? Do we ignore it? Or do we act? Because we still have a choice, a narrow window, but it's open, for now. The scientists behind this study aren't just sounding the alarm. They're offering a plan: slash carbon emissions dramatically and urgently, protect and connect high-elevation habitats, include insects in global conservation strategies, not just the charismatic megafauna, fund and prioritize mountain biodiversity. And, above all, we need more data. This research was made possible by the Map of Life, a global biodiversity database built from decades of collaboration. It shows us what we couldn't see before. And now that we see it, we can't pretend we don't. Butterflies aren't just a symbol, they're a signal, a warning, but also a chance. If we can save them, species perched on the very edge, we can preserve so much more. And maybe someday, future generations will walk through alpine meadows, see wings of red, gold, and blue dance on the breeze. And no, we didn't stay silent. We changed the story. That is the real power of the butterfly effect. If this story moved you, even just a little, help us keep it flying. Leave a like. Subscribe for more powerful science stories. Share your thoughts in the comments. We read everyone.